Hey everybody, your pal Donnie Dowell. Today I'm on Evansville's north side, the Country Club Meadows subdivision. Country Club Meadows was developed in the mid-50s by prolific Evansville home builder Guthrie May. I've talked about Guthrie May before. This particular development is noteworthy for a number of reasons. So he had developed Country Club Manor, which is just south of us. So we're located here at Country Club Meadows, right off of Buena Vista and First Avenue. And the development goes all the way to Mill Road. There's two sections. I guess technically I'm in Country Club Meadows 2. But there are 500 homes in Country Club Meadows. There was supposed to be a community swimming pool here, but I'm not sure where that was supposed to be or what happened to it because I cannot find it. In Country Club Manor, there is a small park called Sheridan Park, and maybe that's where the pool was supposed to go. I'm not sure. But at any rate, Guthrie May was in the right place at the right time. Early 50s, the federal government decided to try and stimulate the economy and boost home ownership. At the end of 49, there had been 3 minimum wage increases, and so the thing that was really holding people back was down payment. And so in order to stimulate the housing economy, the government decided to back loans that would allow people with little or no down payment to purchase a home. But because they were insuring those loans, they wanted to make sure that the houses were worthy of that kind of loan. So they had some somewhat stringent requirements of what they wanted. So Guthrie May was tasked with building an affordable quality home that met those requirements. And that's what these homes really exemplify. They're modest by today's standards, but they were perfect in the mid-50s. Perfect for a young nuclear family, which is what was typically the model home buyer at the time. So most of them featured 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, some with 1.5, some with 2. Most of them have a concrete slab foundation. And that brings me to an interesting tidbit. So Guthrie May was building, at this point, 1,200 homes at one time, essentially. So obviously, big job. He was able to really negotiate labor costs. He hired who he wanted to hire, regardless of whether they were in a union or not in a union. And as you can imagine, that upset some of the union leaders. So there were pickets and protests all along this area, and some notable things happened, one of which was the hit and run of a picketer by a non-union concrete truck driver. Now, as it turns out, the person that did the hit and run was exonerated later because it was discovered that the person who was the victim of the alleged hit and run really put himself in the wrong place at the wrong time and somewhat purposefully got himself injured. And then, more importantly, there was no way for the driver to know that he had actually hit that person. So he was exonerated. Then, not too long after that, a gentleman who had been working for 3 weeks on the job as a concrete truck driver, got his car bombed. That's right here in Evansville. Someone threw a bomb in the front seat of his car. It exploded, destroyed his car. Didn't hurt him or his family, but it was, I believe, 15 feet or so from his children's bedroom. So it's kind of surprising that those kinds of strong arm tactics were going on here in the 50s in sleepy little Evansville. Who would have thought? I like these homes though. They are comfortable. They're larger inside than you would think from the outside. Here's a great one right here. This one, you may recognize it because it just sold, as a matter of fact. And I was happy to do it because it's a nice house and the people buying it are going to enjoy it. Other than that, that's really all I have for today. As evidenced by the house we just passed, the market is still quite strong. New listings every day, homes getting sold every day. So if you know of anyone that is interested in buying or selling real estate in southern Indiana, please have them contact me. I think that once they deal with Donnie, they'll discover the difference is Donnie. Thanks.